This is Carl Carter with Buddy Lee of John Dixon Associates. Buddy, it looks like the year is getting off to a fast start with sales in late January and early February.
Well, Carl, we have a number of properties scattered across the southeast, predominantly with also one up in Ohio. The first day starts January 27th in Tallahassee, Florida, followed up by the next day, the 28th, in Atlanta, Georgia. On the 27th, we've got a number of properties, including a 75-acre industrial property over in Hosford, Florida. That's just outside of Tallahassee. It's a former wood chip mill. Got great building products businesses on either side of it. It's a great location for any additional type of building products industry. It's got rail frontage. We've got a number of other commercial and residential properties in Tallahassee, Panama City, Midway, Florida. Also a great lot over in Pensacola, Florida. All of these properties are selling at the Holiday Inn on Graves Road. That's at North Monroe Highway and I-10 in Tallahassee, starting at 11 o'clock on the 27th.
Well, that sounds like a great start. And then get together the next day up in Atlanta, and it looks like we have something a little bit different, where you've got a Victorian mansion in College Park.
Oh yeah, that's a great property, Carl. It's the locals call that property the Grand Lady of College Park. It's a restored home that is now being used as a law firm. It was originally built in 1880, and it was commissioned by Dr. William Crenshaw, who was actually the dean at the Atlanta Dental College. That's now part of Emory. But that's an excellent property. It's about 1.5 miles from the Atlanta airport, but a very unique property, and we hope to be seeing a lot more unique properties coming in 2015 at our auctions.
What else do we have in that sale?
Also in that sale, something else a little unique. We've got 9 apartment buildings. It's a total of 36 units. Those are in Lowndes County, Alabama. They're about 85% occupied. We've got the rent rolls and everything online for those properties at our website, johndixon.com. Those are income producing properties and a great investment for someone. Also, we've got a very nice shopping center up in Rome, Georgia. It's about 58,000 square feet. We've got a very nice restaurant facility that's still in operation. It's a family estate that's over in Manchester, Georgia. That's going to be a great business opportunity for someone. We've got a very nice lake lot up on Lake Chattooga, and a host of other really great properties for investors, individuals, end users, all to take advantage of. Many of which of these properties are selling absolute. And that means selling regardless of price, no reserves. And I tell you what, Carl, these two auctions, buyers better be ready to buy because the sellers are ready to sell.
So this sale is going to be at 11 o'clock at 200 Cobb Parkway North, Suite 120 in Marietta, which is the John Dixon Associates headquarters, right, in Marietta.
That's right, Carl. That's our corporate office. We have an auction facility there. And so come out and join us on the 28th in Atlanta at our corporate office, and the 27th in Tallahassee.
Now, one thing I noticed with these two sales on the January 27 and 28 is that we have a number of different sellers.
Yes, we do, Carl. This is what we call our multi-seller auction. We've been doing these auctions for a number of years now, had very good success, and you're going to see a lot more of them as we move forward. Individuals have been buying up real estate over the past few years, taking advantage of some great opportunities from banks. A lot of these individuals, investment groups, others, they were on maybe a 5 to 7 year period of buying and waiting for market appreciation. And now you're starting to see some of those groups starting to sell their properties. It's a great time to sell, but it's still a great time to buy. The stock market's been a little bit shaky. It's kind of at a high, but we're seeing some ups and downs a little bit, which is even more reason to invest in real estate, and now is still an excellent time to buy.
Okay, that's a great point. So let's look ahead to the February sales, and it looks like we have a couple, one in Savannah and one in Anderson, South Carolina in early February, right?
Yes, we do. We've got the first day of that group of auctions starts on February the 4th in Anderson, South Carolina. We've got properties over a wide geographical area in Georgia, North Carolina, and South Carolina, really in both of these days, February 4th and 5th, they reach from the mountains of these states to the coastal areas of these states. But the first day, February 4th in Anderson, South Carolina, we've got a good selection of homes. We've got some waterfront home sites. We've got some subdivision sites. We've got commercial properties. And one thing important about this particular auction, Carl, is everything is selling absolute. And that means that there are no reserves. Whoever's the highest bidder is going to own the property. So it's a great opportunity for a buyer to take advantage of.
We also have a lot of absolutes the next day down in Savannah on February 5th, right?
We sure do, Carl. We got a number of properties that are selling absolute, and we've got some great properties in this particular sale. Let me point out a couple properties. One is a 12,000 square foot office building. It's a former bank branch. It was built just 6 years ago. It's a great location in Richmond Hill at Highway 17 and Interstate 95. It'd make a great location for maybe a law office, some kind of real estate office, some kind of professional office use. Also, we've got a golf course home on Hilton Head Island. Very nice location, a nice home there. We've got a number of other properties, commercial properties, lots and land and homes and everything that are really going to be some great opportunities and great buys for buyers.
And to hit that again, that's going to be on February the 5th in Savannah, correct?
That's right. February the 5th in Savannah, February 4th in Anderson, South Carolina.
This will also start at 11 o'clock, and that seems to be a favorite starting time for John Dixon auctions, correct?
It is, Carl. Actually, all four auctions we've talked about today, February the 5th in Savannah, February the 4th in Anderson, South Carolina, January the 28th in Atlanta, Georgia, January 27th in Tallahassee, Florida, all will be starting at 11 a.m.
Now, for all these properties, the information is available at johndixon.com, right?
That's right. Visit johndixon.com or give us a call at 1-800-479-1763. That's 800-479-1763. Or visit johndixon.com. We've got all types of information about the properties, about the events. Take a look at it. Give us a call if we can help you. We're here to help however we can.
One thing that always strikes me is the amount of research you put into individual properties and your effectiveness in communicating those. I would think that people who are considering John Dixon to sell their property would want to consider that.
Carl, we have a team of folks that do research on the properties prior to us offering these at auction, and we work really hard to try to understand the assets, getting information from the seller, from government agencies, through listing agents and other means, and trying to bring that to the buyer so that we cut back on some of their due diligence time. But we try to make it easy to get to. We try to make everything available that we possibly can, and if we don't know the answer, we'll sure work hard to try to find it.
It may just be my imagination, but it looks to me like 2015 is off to a fast start.
It is off to a fast start, Carl. We are working hard to try to bring some great opportunities for buyers and for sellers. Trying to bring those two together, and we've started off strong. If people are interested, we do have a number of our multi-seller auctions, as I mentioned, coming up. We'll probably do somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 to 7 of those this year. That's a great advantage, a great opportunity for buyers to take it and sellers to take advantage of. Also, we continue to work with our individual financial institutions and others to do standalone auctions.
So this is a good point. If somebody's got a few properties, maybe it's just an individual that's got a couple of rental houses, or if somebody just has a lake house of their own or some property to sell, they can put that in one of these multi-seller auctions, correct?
That's right. We actually take the different sellers and group those sellers together to create one large auction. By doing that, there's some significant cost savings to the individual sellers. Also, we're able to gain a lot more market penetration by having a larger group of properties. So it really is an excellent opportunity. The multi-seller series is something that if an individual investment group, a bank, whoever that person may be that owns real estate is looking for an opportunity to sell it, this is a great series of auctions to take advantage of.
That's great information, and we look forward to seeing everybody.